Hey Ma, do you know what burst my bubble?
What burst your bubble?
Green Bunny, the comic that we're developing together.
Do you think that the comic originated with when you were in college? You know, your green characters. Do you think that somewhere that you always kept that character that you developed and you developed him into the Green Bunny?
You mean the Green Ganic energy
Yeah,
drink?
yeah, but you were using that concept.
I think the green hoodie, the green camo hoodie kind of comes from that, obviously. But I think it's a little bit like Owen Hart, the blue blazer. Obviously a buffoonish superhero, but obviously it's not entirely like that. It's also like, there's this man-child, based on me and based on other low-functioning people that I know from, the mental health community and, and in life in general. When you go throughout life, you're gonna meet low-functioning people. So, low-functioning guy is Otto Greenberg. Otto comes from Otto Warmbier. Greenberg comes from Joanne Greenberg from the novel I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. And Otto Greenberg is like the ultimate loser. He's like a man-child. He's 39 years old. He's dependent on his mother. He's collecting disability. He's getting used by everyone. Otto Greenberg's like the ultimate laughingstock, basically. And, his fantasy is that he is a superhero, the Green Bunny or Green Bunny. And, his superhero secret identity, Green Bunny, doesn't have any superpowers. It's a delusion, basically. The guy is, he puts himself in dangerous situations and might, ward off crime, and he might be fighting guys like Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin. You know what I mean? But he somehow he prevails because it's a comedy. But ultimately, if this happened in real life, Otto Greenberg or Green Bunny
would crash and burn.
Would crash and burn and die.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. When Green Bunny takes off in the boat, with the supermodels and the boat's driving away, we did one like that.
Come Sail Away.
Yeah, Come Sail Away. Is that Green Bunny's fantasy at the end that?
Otto Greenberg has no friends. He's an incel. He daydreams about pop superstars, and basically, his fantasy is he's a superhero saving the world. Rich and famous. Everybody desires him, and Green Bunny is the fantasy. He's a zero. In the fantasy to comfort himself from the extreme sadness is that he's a superhero. So it's a delusion, basically. Green Bunny.
So Green Bunny has no ability, and Otto has no ability to change himself other than...
Yeah, Otto is initially, before we named him Otto Greenberg, he was known as low-functioning guy.
But he has no ability to change his situation other than Green Bunny?
Well, Green Bunny is how he daydreams he's changing a situation.
But he's not...
And it's obviously a little bit of a parody. Like, how Austin Powers makes fun of James Bond? Green Bunny is kind of making fun of Spider-Man, because how Spider-Man was bit by a spider and becomes Spider-Man and gets superpowers.
Right.
Otto gets bit by a bunny, but he thinks he turned into a superhero, but he just got bit by a wild bunny, while he was walking around some park, and he thinks he got bit by a radioactive superpower.
Yeah, we never did that one.
Yes, we did.
Oh, we did.
We actually did.
Okay, I don't remember. Okay.
So he actually got bit by a bunny and thinks he acquired superpowers, but he's just delusional. He didn't actually acquire superpowers. Okay. So there's obviously a little bit of a Spider-Man parody.
So there's a lot to develop in this Green Bunny character.
Yeah, some people said it's a little bit like Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey, or it's a little bit like Beavis and Butthead, like the ultimate moron, basically. So, obviously maybe this concept has been done to an extent. So I think you need to focus more on the supernatural parody of a superhero, because otherwise it would just be Beavis and Butthead and Dumb and Dumber. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that is
what it is.
What it is.
Okay, I gotta get